Hello. Welcome to the soapbox. I'm Ann.
I'm Lisa.
Thanks for coming back.
I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Jamie.
We're all here.
We're all here.
Here we are.
And you're here.
And
So
you're here.
even better yet.
Thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
Thanks for
Right.
coming.
We're going to talk about siblings today.
Okay.
So I don't know if you all have siblings or somebody that you were close to, even like a cousin or something that maybe was like a sibling to you.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna start it off. Who wants to start us off today?
We'll go Annis.
Oh.
I like the one you told us that
About Denny.
that you stole his car.
Ann,
Oh yeah, I stole his car.
Ann has two brothers, and
Yeah, I do.
and Denny
Denny
is one of them that
oh.
just recently passed. And
He was a car guy.
yeah,
Loved his cars. Had a Corvette. At one point, he had a camel truck. He's had, I don't know how many, but he had a nice Z28.
he was kind of a gearhead, right?
He was a gearhead.
Yeah.
He was a mechanic. And it was a 4-speed. And
Four on the floor, baby. 4 on the floor.
Yeah, I wanted to take it somewhere, like to a school dance or I don't know where it was, but I didn't know how to drive a stick, so I asked him if I could drive the car, and he said, "Do you know how to drive it?" Well, no. Well, I'll show you how to do it sometime. Well, I didn't do it quick enough.
So what'd you do, Ann?
Went upstairs when he was gone and got his keys. And I took it for a little stroll around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a hill behind our house. It took me like 20 times.
Did you keep killing the
I
car?
kept killing it,
Yeah, not giving enough gas.
not giving it enough gas.
Yeah.
Finally made it though. But
So
yeah,
you-
I got home and I parked it where he had it parked, and I put his keys back where he had them.
Yeah.
And yeah, the next morning he got up and who was messing with my car and looking dead at me, of course.
Well, guys,
Yeah,
they know. You know,
he knew.
Mhm.
they're closer to their cars than they are the girls.
Oh yeah. Even Tom brought up at his memorial on that thing we had about how one of them ended up on. He just bought new rims and new tires for. I thought it was his Corvette, but Tom said it was for the Trans Am or whatever he had, Z28. And but he just bought new tires and rims, and I looked out the kitchen window one morning when I got up, and it was sitting up on cement blocks. Somebody had stole all his tires.
And he was worried about you moving
And
his
he
car.
caught me driving his car, yeah.
At least you didn't steal his tires and wheels.
Well, did you? No, I didn't. I did not. Yeah, he was, yeah, he gave me a bag of pot once. And
Good brother.
yeah, he offered to take me to see the Doobie Brothers at Daytona Stadium. We're having a concert there. Thing was, I was home here in Elkhart, and he was in Florida. Sure, I'll come. He says I have an extra ticket. Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, he was a pretty good brother, all in all.
Awesome.
But
Glad
yeah.
to hear that.
Tom. Not
Now-
really have any stories.
Is
like
he
that
the oldest?
about him.
Tom is the oldest?
Tom is the middle.
The middle child?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So
He had
Danny
a-
was the oldest.
Danny was the oldest.
And then you're the baby.
Yeah, I am.
The
What?
baby girl.
the big-
Little did they know.
Well, did they know? And they didn't want me, so that's all right.
Yeah.
He's the black sheep of the family.
Yeah, Mom told me she didn't want me. She did. We got into an argument, and she turned around. She looked at me. Well, we didn't want you anyway. You were a mistake.
Yeah, probably went back. Your head's flat.
Like, girl,
That's why I have a flat head.
that's why you struggled through life.
I had to lay on my back all the time. No, I don't know. She did tell me that though.
She needed me as a friend as a kid.
Yeah. Then go Tom. You know, I got stories about him sitting on me in the living room, slapping my face with my arms pinned down.
Oh damn.
And he put a pillow over my face one time and sat on it. And
Well, we wonder why she doesn't like men.
that's why my head's flat. And he didn't get up until I stopped moving.
So you had to play dead?
I had to play dead.
See,
Right.
if I would have been your friend as a kid, I just would have brought you to my house.
Yeah, well,
You would have thought that was normal.
It's easy, Dave.
Yeah.
She'd be like,
My brothers didn't stop until there was bloodshed.
yeah. Well, Denny was, I had the flu one time laying on the couch. It was in summer. They could have been outside doing whatever, but he watched them laying on the couch, sick, and he walks up and cocks his leg and farts in my face.
That's so great.
that's a normal
That's
boy
how
thing.
that's boys,
That's
brothers.
normal. That's
Yeah.
normal brother stuff.
And they always ditched me, and well, I couldn't go anywhere anyway because I got poison ivy so bad that
You were special.
I was so
You
special.
are still special. Ann.
One summer I got laid up because I had like 40 planters worth on the bottom of my foot that I had to have acided off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had a rough.
That's
Maybe
horrible.
we should move on.
Yeah, move on. This is getting depressing.
This is getting serious, man.
Go ahead, Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie, you're next.
Well, I too am a middle child. I have an older brother and I have a younger brother. So my older brother is 2 years older than me, and my younger brother is only 1 year. So commonly they thought that we were twins
Oh,
because
yeah.
we looked a lot alike, apparently. Well, now he's fat and bald, so I don't look anything like him now.
Well, you know what she's
God.
going to look like in about 15 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank God. No, anyway, we grew up in Florida.
I dribbled.
Let's see that.
You grew up in Florida.
We grew up in Florida.
Wow. You were lucky.
And, well,
Maybe not.
we grew up in Florida, and it was really hot down there. A lot of it. We were in Pensacola, right on the Gulf. And my mom and my dad was in the Navy. He was in the military. Anyway, they would take us fishing off the pier in Pensacola. That was like the thing. My mom would go to the store and buy bread, meat, cheese, soda, chips, those kind of things, and take it with us.
Picnic.
And
Mhm.
my dad drove this big van. It looked like a pedo van, but it was this big. It was a
big round Minden window.
yeah. So it was silver. It was silver. It was cool back then.
Right. It
Mind
was
you,
cool.
I was probably maybe 4 or 5. So we would go fishing off the pier, and all kinds of the weirdest shit that you could catch off of the pier in Florida in the ocean. Well, my dad caught a stingray, a baby stingray, and little old me, I was like 4, and I caught a baby hammerhead shark. It was super cool. Anyway,
Awesome.
What
yeah.
does this got to do with your
So
brother?
listen, this is
Yeah.
where I'm going with it. So
The one that looks like you.
no, they both of them did this.
Oh, okay.
Both.
All right.
So that we'd go fishing, and my dad would come home and we'd clean them. Well, when my dad cleaned them, he would scale them, cut the head off, and dip
Take
the
the
guts
guts
out, right?
Right.
And he'd throw it in a bucket,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Fish guts.
Fish guts. Well, there would be a half a bucket full of fish guts, flies stinking,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my brothers thought it would be absolutely funny as hell to chase me with those and throw them on me.
Oh.
Yeah, hold me down and throw fucking fish guts on me.
Oh, nice.
It was disgusting. I was so fucking mad. I wanted to scream.
Mine didn't ever do that.
It was horrible.
And you thought you had it bad.
I did.
And then my older brother, we had this creek in the backyard.
And mind you, all of their names start with J.
Yeah, my older brother's name is Jason. My name is Jamie. And my younger brother's name is Justin. My mom's name is Judy. Judy Pooty. Seriously? She's going to kill you, right?
Why is she gonna kill me? You said it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I got witnesses.
Yeah.
and my
Witnesses.
dad, my biological father's name was Jim. Weird. Okay, so anyway, we had this drainage pipe thing out where we lived in Florida, and there was like this like retention pond, and the water there was so clear, like it was water, just water drain off. It was really clear. It was so pretty. It was like a stream.
Mm.
I'm sure it was a whole lot prettier when I was younger, obviously.
I'm sure.
But we would lean over the pipe's edge on the road and look down the pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we thought it'd be really cool to go down there, right? So me and my brother Jason, we walked down there, and he was playing with some fucking cinder blocks, like like just whatever. And they were broken. So he picks them up and he's swinging them around, do 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 do, and I wasn't paying attention, and I happened to walk into him when he swung it around and he hit me in the face,
Oh my God.
and broke my nose with the cinder block. That's why my nose looks like it does. It looks like a fucking beak, see how it looks? It's not normal. I wasn't born with this nose.
It's only Maybelline.
This is Maybelline. Yeah. So they used to do that shit to me. And they almost poked my eye out once too with a piece of like aluminum, like a piece of gusset aluminum. It was probably that quarter inch thick gusset aluminum. They were throwing it, and they chucked it at me and hit me right in the eye. I had a big old eye. Oh my God, I had black eye. My mom's like, yeah. And then my brother set fire to the woods behind our house.
Nice.
I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but your stories aren't very funny. They're kind of violent.
My
Yeah.
brothers, listen, my brothers were fucking mean to me.
She got a. Don't you have it on your lip?
That scar on your lip, yeah.
Scar on her lip.
I got
Just
this.
tight or under her nose.
Yeah, my brother broke my ankle too,
Nice.
and I have a scar on my wrist because he locked me out, and I put my hand on the window, and it broke, and it cut the shit out
Well,
of my
good,
arm.
you're lucky to be alive.
I know. Look, it was so close to my main vein.
Yeah.
Why do all these stories have to do with
Yeah.
brothers?
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to bring one different out.
Because you don't
Well,
have any
she has a
sisters.
sister.
You
Yeah.
do have a sister.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yes.
Kelly.
All right.
Sister.
Hi, Kelly.
All right. I'm going to go next because my stories are not going to be as good as Stephanie's. So
How do you know?
because
We
I know
already know.
your family.
We know you.
So I don't want to follow that act. So I'm going to
We're
go
gonna save
next.
the best for last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go next. So my family dynamics is a little different. I was my mother's only biological child. I have a half brother,
She stopped it.
a biological half brother that was from my biological dad and his other
Mother.
brother, and then I have a stepdad that brought in 2 sisters and a brother in the family, and then my parents adopted the youngest brother.
And you all live together.
Actually, the oldest, which would be my stepdad's oldest three, the 2 of them, the one never lived with us at all. She was at the age she got married. I mean, there's quite a bit of difference between her and I in age. And then my brother was, he was only maybe a couple of years or so, living with us. I mean, we saw him on every other weekend kind of thing. And
Okay,
then,
get to the point.
and then there was my stepsister
I'm just kidding.
that I was probably closest to of those 3 because we were closer to age. And I would say the most adventures that I had was probably with her. So she was, I would say 4.5, 4 years, 5, somewhere in there, older than me. Well, we wanted to both have the attic as a bedroom because, it was more private. I had a bedroom for a long time. It was just right down the hall from my parents, and that sucked. So,
My bigger.
yeah, and I was getting older, and
Oh,
I was getting older, and I wanted privacy, and of course my sister was older, and she wanted to get privacy. But so the bedroom was set up. We kind of wanted to set it up where we all had our own space. Well, there was a dresser that divided the room. she was in the spot that was closest to the stairs, and I was behind the dresser, which was my area. And one night, I'm laying there, and it's summertime, and all of a sudden, I hear my sister screaming, and she's losing her freaking mind. She's like, "Oh my god, somebody broke in the house! They're in my room!" And she's screaming, and I didn't know what I froze. I just laid there. I thought, if I lay here, they won't hurt me. Well, they won't know I'm here because I'm behind the dresser. Hey, I was probably like 12. All right, I was not old enough to be a hero.
Oh my god.
So anyway,
She wasn't old enough to be a hero.
so
That is
I
amazing.
finally get brave enough to get up and I look around. She's gone. Like she's like
Shitting and getting.
I'm left up there and I'm like, holy shit, I am the last one. So I run down the stairs. Well, my dad, he jumps out of bed and throws his pants on and he boots it out the house because he's about ready to kill somebody for trying to come in our bedroom window. And I mean, my sister, you could see she's traumatized. Well, to find out it was one of her boyfriends. And she
Name
said,
for a booty call?
yeah, I don't know. But she goes, well, you're a stupid ass to come and reach your hand inside of my bedroom and in the middle of the night.
Who the hell does some shit?
Well,
like that?
people didn't have cell phones back then. Say, hey, I'm gonna come over, but what I mean. But yeah, he did. He couldn't call because he just had a house phone. He could wake
Right.
everybody up. But yeah, he stuck his head in the window and he said, well, I
Scared
about
the
broke my
shit
leg
out.
jumping off the roof of your house. You know.
That's funny.
But of course, we didn't find that that it was. She wasn't going to tell my dad that. I mean, she
Right.
told me, but she didn't share that with our parents until much
Much
older.
younger.
Yeah, and out of the house. But yeah, that was the excitement that night.
How awesome is that? Great.
But my sister and I, we, like I said, she was older, so she was driving, and so we, I got to go a lot of places because I had an older sister, and as long as I didn't bug her too much, she'd let me go along, and so we would say, she'd be like, all right, we're gonna go to the movies. She'd like, you want to go to the movies? I'm like, okay, and then we'd be like, do you really want to go see that movie? So we would end up going. They had this little teenage hide or hangout. So she'd meet her older friends there, and she'd give me, $5 to go play video games. Well, $5 back then,
Lasted.
it
Oh
lasted.
God. At least 3 hours.
She's like, you go play video games because I know that's what you like to do, and I'm going to go hang out with my friends. And, it was like a little club they had. And anyway, so we had to get our story straight before
Because you're supposed to go to the movie.
we were supposed to go to the movies. It's like, well, what the hell's the movie about? You didn't have Google or anything like that. So we'd have to make up these elaborate stories like, yeah, that movie wasn't very good. And yeah, she ran off with some dude. And but, I did. I had a lot of fun. We'd go roller skating and things like that. But we'd always had these little adventures. And it was kind of fun to have a sibling for a while. But I didn't get her very long because she was, like I said, older than me, and she was ready to get the hell out of the house too, as we all are when we're growing up.
True that.
So, I would say that's my story. I mean, I've got plenty of them, but I'd say, let's go see what Stephanie's got.
Oh Lord.
And her bag of,
Well, I am one of 6. I'm number 5.
You're not the baby? I
Mm.
thought you were the baby.
No, Mr. F Bomb is the baby.
Oh, gotcha.
Me and my sister, and I only have one,
right.
are 9 years apart.
Wow.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I could not stand her for the longest time
Yeah.
because I was very mad and angry at her
Yeah.
For leaving her.
for leaving me behind.
Right.
I used to tell my mom I just want to know who my real parents are. And she would like to tell you. I'm like, it just can't be true. But one thing, when my sister did live at home, I used to catch her smoking out the bedroom window all the time, and that was a big no-no. Because both my parents were reformed smokers, and she threatened to kill me if I ever told. Like, who am I going to tell? I'm stealing your cigarettes.
I know my sister was the same way. She's the one who got me started smoking because she's like, here, Yeah.
Now I know I can smoke out the window and nobody's gonna catch me.
Right.
But when she moved back, because I think she lived with my cousins for a while. And anyway, she got a camper to park behind the house.
So she didn't have to actually live in the house.
Right. She only came in the house to get a shower,
Right.
maybe get something to eat if she really wanted to.
Right.
But she was working back then down at the park. And she was like one of the park organizers that would help do games and competitions and bicycle rides and stuff like that. And she used to get paid every week, and she was making buku bucks because she was not having to pay rent.
Right.
She lived in a camper,
Yeah.
and she was buying herself lots of clothes and fixed the camper up really cute. Well, me and my best friend at the time, when I was a kid, we weren't supposed to be in her camper,
Well, I'm sure not.
but we were nosy and we went in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. And we were snooping around, found some paraphernalia, which was not new to me. I just knew. And my best friend lit the candle that was in my sister's milk room and plant hole.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Yeah, you know them plant holders in the 70s that were macrame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of them had candles in them.
Right.
Now, my friend lit it and forgot to blow it out when we left.
Oh.
Oh my God.
It set the whole camper on fire and scorched the whole back of the house.
Oh, Jesus.
Holy shit.
Fire department was there. There was six trucks. And my sister demanded to know who the hell was in her camper. And me and my friend just looked at each other and we both said, Tim.
That's a Tim.
I think you deserve that. Oh.
Yeah. And I finally fessed up years later and told my sister. She was still pissed.
Oh, yeah, she lost all of her clothes.
She just gotten paid too, she told me, and her money was all in there.
Oh shit.
And I said, it wasn't my fault. Heather was the one that lit the candle. And she's like, I don't give a fuck.
It was your friend.
You weren't supposed to be in there. I said, well, we blamed it on Tim. So nobody got their ass beat that day.
Thank God for that.
But yeah, that was one of my stories about my sister. Don't have very many because she moved down to Tennessee shortly after that.
Now she had to have someplace to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Stephanie.
Well, that's why I was angry at her because she left.
You made her homeless.
Well, I see the camper was there, 1 minute, and then I'm thinking, hey, you can both live in it,
Yeah.
take off. My sister never had any plans on taking me fucking anywhere.
Oh, she knew what you were thinking in the back of your head. I'm gonna burn your camp down.
Blame it on Tim.
I did. We blamed it on him for years.
Poor Tim.
Poor Tim.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you get the scar underneath your nose?
Well, we lived on Michigan Street and all of us had bicycles. And I used to have to fight to keep mine. Like I did everything else. I never had toys because the boys always took them. Throwing them out the windows and shit, playing Wonder Woman,
Barbie.
Superman, and all that stupid shit. So I never had Barbies or dolls or anything like that. So I'd have to really fight to keep my bike. And the boys always had flats. And so they got to the point, Mike and Ronnie and me were like a trio. We were all us three were always in trouble together. But Mike had taught Ronnie how to change his bicycle tire. Well, Ronnie was trying to take the screwdriver and get the tire off to where he could get to the tube, and he kept slipping. And he's sitting in the middle of the driveway. And Ronnie had a speech impediment, so it was kind of hard to understand him. But he kept slipping, and I thought he was saying, God damn it. And he wasn't. And he heard me laughing, and it pissed him off. So he threw the screwdriver at me.
Oh, dang.
And that's where I caught it.
Oh boy. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
And in that same
He
driveway,
had anger issues.
he did.
Clearly.
He definitely got even. In that same driveway, in Michigan, winters were hard there,
Oh yeah.
and there was a duplex that lived right next to our duplex. Well, it was actually our landlord's mother that lived in that one duplex. And we were trying to knock down all the ice from the siding of our house and stuff. And Mike was doing it with the shovel, and I was watching him. Big ol' iceberg come down, hit me right in the corner of my eye. They thought my eyeball was outside
Mm.
because of how bad it looked. I don't know. My mom was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's why I said my brother didn't stop.
You
There was
shoot your eye
bloodshed.
out.
Yeah.
Really. My brothers are nasty to me.
Yeah.
But you know what? As we've gotten older, they're pretty awesome. They're pretty good guys. They're good dads. They're good providers. They're good people. And I love them to death. They're good people.
Right. Well, when I would go pick up the guys, I called them the boys, but
Mm-hmm.
when I'd go pick them up, because Tim and Ron always lived really close together,
Mm-hmm.
and I would go and pick them up, and then Danny would always ride with me. Well, those are the three mentally handicapped brothers.
Right.
It was
Well,
like
that
having
was
the
fun.
Three Stooges
Just-
with you.
Right.
Yeah. And Ron used to tell me all the time, "You a beautiful woman. You a beautiful woman, Stephanie." I'd say, "Okay, Ron. I mean it, Steph. You beautiful woman." Okay, Ron.
Love that too.
Because that's his speech impediment was
Right.
rough. I would have to translate for him all the time.
Right.
Even my mom.
But you grew up with him, and you
I
were-
knew what he was trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The one thing I just never understood about that boy is how he could stand, cross his legs, and shit his pants.
How do you do that? I don't know.
That's what I want to know. I never understood it.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, he knew where the bathroom was. And I would even see him doing it. And it's like, Ronnie, get your ass up into the bathroom. Too late. It's already finished. And he would get his ass beat for that.
Yeah.
And there's a tragic story that, I'll share further on down the line, but because it's pretty long and lengthy. But yeah, he used to shit his pants all the time. He used to piss my sister off when she'd find her blue jeans on his ass.
Oh, I bet. Oh,
Oh
my
my
god.
God.
You know he's gonna shit in them.
She chased him all the way around the
He was probably wearing your underwear and her jeans.
Ronnie didn't. That was Tim.
Oh, gotcha.
Tim had the underwear fetish.
Yeah.
So I don't know how long we got, Jamie, but okay. So I do love the stories about the boys, and I know the boy. I mean, I love them, but one of the ones that I really remember and I really like is the ones about the pilgrims. So
Oh yeah, that was
so maybe we got time for just one more.
Okay. This is about Tim.
of course.
Easter. I went and picked the guys up.
And
Yeah.
I just want to say one thing about that. So every holiday, I mean, you guys always had them here. I mean, you were always
Yeah.
picking them up, and
Yeah.
these boys were, always, and the ones that are still here are still part of the, they get.
Christmas,
Holidays
Thanksgiving,
and-
birthdays,
Yeah.
Easter.
So I just
Yes.
want
Because they live in group homes in
Yeah.
Michigan. One of them was with their sister, but
so
the other one lives in Michigan.
that's one of the things that Stephanie and made sure of is that they were always a part of the family. So I just want to make that clear.
Well, it kind of crushed my heart. When the family broke apart, literally. I mean, we broke apart. I went and lived in Buchanan. A month later, the boys were all placed in foster care. The youngest boy lived with my dad. And they had a hard time placing Ronnie because of how violent he was.
Yeah, he had anger issues.
Because even when he went to school, he was known to break chairs over teachers' backs.
Oh.
Yeah, he was pretty violent.
Right.
So he was hard to place. So he was still living with my dad and my younger brother.
He ended up in a home
Institution,
in
institution
yeah.
in Mount.
Where was it, Mount Pleasant?
Muskegon.
I don't know. We went and got him. He was in lockdown 24/7.
Yeah, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Anyway, you wanted to know about the pilgrims. Okay. We had went and got the boys for Easter.
Yeah.
Sometimes I drove 3 hours. Sometimes I only drove 45 minutes. But I got them both from Berrien Springs. And the plan was to go visit my son, which also was having some problems at the time. And he was in Oaklawn. So we decided for Easter morning, we would go with the boys, stop at Burger King, get some Crisp sandwiches, and then go visit my son at Oaklawn.
Do a little family thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were going to eat outside at the gazebo and just enjoy
By the pond.
the hour that we had.
Right.
The dogs.
Go tell him to shut up.
Constantly working.
Yeah.
And so we had gotten out on the gazebo and got my son and Jamie, your microphone is so. Anyway, we had gotten out to the gazebo
That's funny.
and I didn't know it at the time, but we were all standing out there eating our sandwiches and Tim says, Stephanie, where are the pilgrims going? And I'm looking at him like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What pilgrims?
And I turned around and it is an Amish woman and an Amish man, and I think an Amish little boy walking down the lane. I'm like, Tim, it's not pilgrims. What are they? I said, they are Amish. Oh, where are the Amish going? Well, this is an Easter Sunday. He said, they're going to church. Would you shut up? Because I know they could hear her.
Because he's loud. Yeah, I mean,
He is.
Yeah.
They heard him.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking about it. Kind of do look like pilgrims.
Like he was just,
He was, that's just Tim.
I mean, it's just innocent.
And
I mean,
the funny thing was Dustin was in the middle of a bite, and I mean,
Choked.
you think he almost choked to death, laughing.
Well, I didn't know, but Amish is affiliated with Oaklawn.
okay, yeah, I get,
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't know that. They had a special wing and everything for the Amish.
Yeah, they had a house there. Yeah, over.
Okay, so I have to tell you this just real quick. So, I actually went over there a couple of days ago, and I was picking up some meds, whatever. So, you know how they have that windy path up, and as I'm going up the windy path, I'm going pretty slow, and I kind of look over to my left and I see these Amish people walking up, and I instantly start. It's like, oh my god! I wish I could take a picture of this.
I know.
Stephanie. It was hilarious. I just busted out laughing. I was in the car by myself. I started laughing.
That's the best. That's the best kind.
That's the best kind because
yeah.
you just start crying, like,
It
oh,
was funny.
funny.
Yeah, you had to be there, but it was comical.
Tim was comical.
He was comical
I mean, Anne had an anniversary clock.
for Pizza Hut. 15
was-
year.
Plastic and glass. He
Wasn't nothing
tore,
special.
he
You know.
tore that son of a bitch millions of pieces
In the nighttime.
to get the battery out.
He does have that battery fetish.
He does. In Speedos. And again.
And all he had to do was take the thing off the bottom of it to get the battery. But he had that whole.
He had the dome off. He had the
Yeah.
plate off. He had.
So my question is, at some point you had to say, Tim, what the hell?
We did.
What did Tim say?
I do nothing. I'm like, Tim, nobody else touched that shit. You were in that room. Ronnie did it. I didn't do it. I said, Ronnie did not do it. And Ronnie's like, not me, Steph. Not me. And I said, you know who did it, Ronnie. Don't worry about it. I said, Tim, you're fucking lying. You're doing nothing, Stephanie.
And then he's like,
Goddamn son of a bitch! It's like I was heart all over again. Oh, holy shit! She's shitting her pants. I come flying in here. I was sleeping. Think I was sleeping. Did you keep your shit up? You're going home with no dinner. I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be good. And Ann was like, holy shit.
I was gonna kick her ass.
Because the way he sounds like,
Right.
Damn, I mean, he was mad.
because he got busted. That's why he was
got
mad.
busted.
Well, wouldn't you be mad if you got busted?
Well, no, I would have just told on myself. But no, I don't.
I do nothing.
He was always innocent. I do nothing.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
definitely part of our life is how we grew up and who we grew up with.
Oh, good
and
man.
it's pretty awesome.
I
to
mean,
sit
it
here and
molds us and it
makes us who we are.
Yep, for sure.
Oh
And
my
our
God.
experiences.
No wonder I'm weird.
We love you anyways.
We love you, just the weirdness you are, Ann.
See, thank you very much.
Keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep it up,
Joe.
Smalls.
Keep it up, Joe.
It's only gonna get worse from here. It's only gonna get older.
Yes.
Not gonna get any younger.
For sure. We'll still love you.
Yeah, well, when I'm sitting here slobbering down the front of my shirt.
And you shit your pants.
Said that.
It's
And I
dangerous.
sat here and shit myself. I shit
Hey,
myself.
you know what? Trump's wearing diapers now, I hear. So.
Well, that's what I heard. They had a thing where he walked behind a pillar. And they had the volume turned up, and he's back there. And they're counting the parts and saying he's shitting back there. And
My God.
you didn't see that?
I feel sorry for his siblings.
God damn.
Just
I don't know that.
I think he was the only child.
wow. That
No.
explains a lot.
I get it.
You know, when you screwed up that bad the first time, I don't think you want
Yeah.
to keep repeating it.
Yeah,
Right.
They're like, we didn't have any more of these.
This one's bad.
That's
Yeah. I heard something about his grandfather was. God, I can't remember the story now. I'll have to bring it up next time.
Oh my gosh.
We'll find out.
He had a brothel and
Not
he came to
shocking.
the United States illegally. Yeah, it was all about that. It was about, how he is with immigrants.
Immigrants and
Immigration.
Yeah, his grandfather came here illegally and he owned brothels and this and that and yeah.
Not shocking.
Well,
Not
we'll
shocking.
save that for another time.
We'll save that for the next.
for the next soapbox.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
when I
so
refresh my memory,
When you get a reboot.
when I get a reboot.
And write it down.
yeah, if you any folks out there have any siblings or stories, we'd love to hear them.
We would.
So email us or
You can email them to Anne and Lisa's soapbox at gmail.com. ANNANDLISASSOAPBOX at gmail.com.
Very
WKRP.
good.
In Cincinnati.
She went to school.
All right. Well, thank you
Thank you.
for joining us.
Goodbye.
Yes,
Have a good night.
absolutely.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.